Hello. Well, I'm back from Utah. I've been back for a little over a week, but I'll explain that later. Now, how did I do these last 3 weeks? If you want to know, you're going to have to stay tuned. And then I'll go into just a short topic about remaining focused because that is so important when we're trying to either lose weight or maintain it. If you're interested, you better stay tuned. Hello. Like I said earlier, I'm going to catch us all up on how I've been doing these last 3 weeks because I have still been weighing except for 1 week during that time. But when I came back from Utah, I discovered that I had gotten sick on the way home, and I don't know if I got it on the airplane, if I got it out in Utah, but last week I needed to use it as a week for recovery. You would not have really enjoyed listening to me last week, and I decided to wait until I sounded better because I had a lot of sinus congestion, and now I'm feeling much better, and I feel like that I can do a video justice. Let's go back a few weeks. The last week that I was on here where I recorded my weigh-in was for the week of April the 11th. And that week, I weighed in at 122.2. Now, that was a accomplishment for me. I had achieved the goal that I was trying to achieve before I left to go to Utah. That was actually under my happy weight of 123 to 125. So I thought, okay, I'm starting this off correctly. Well, the next Thursday, which was April the 18th, I was not able to video because I was trying my best to get ready to make the trip to Utah, and I had decided earlier I would not try to film that day. I needed to put my efforts towards something else. So when I got on the scale on April the 18th, I was a little disappointed, but not a lot, because I weighed in at 123.6. That means I had gained a pound back during that week, but I was still right in the middle almost of my happy weight, so I really couldn't complain very much. Was it a cushion? Barely, but there was some bit of a cushion below the 125-pound mark. So I went to Utah that Sunday on the 21st of April, encouraged that I was going to do okay. I knew that I would be getting in a lot of walking, which I did. During those first 4 days that we were in Utah, I have a step counter on my phone, and I kept my phone with me at all times. And when I looked at that step counter on Friday, I had walked over 30,000 steps for those 4 days. Now, for some of you, that probably is not a lot. For me, it was, because ever since I broke my kneecap, I've been lucky to get 5,000 steps a day, which is 20,000 for 4 days. So for me to get 10,000 extra steps in there, that shows you how much more I was walking, and I had really tried to build my stamina up. I think I had done okay with it, but because I got sick afterwards, maybe not quite as good as I thought I had done. And then the 5th day, which was, I believe was April the 26th, it rained most of that day. We got soaking wet, and I think that also contributed to me getting sick. But maybe not, I don't know. But I was not able to weigh on the 25th, April the 25th. I was in the midst of Utah. There was no scale, and even if there had been, it would have been a guesstimate. I tried my best to track. I was eating a lot more carbs while I was out there, but I knew that I really could eat more because of all the exercise that I was getting. So I did weigh when I got back that Monday, which I believe was April the 29th. I did weigh. I was up a little, but not bad. I mean, I think it was about 126 pounds or something like that. And I was fine with that. It wasn't a real accurate weight because on Mondays I don't weigh the same way that I do on Thursdays. I just am getting some kind of an estimate of what I need to do after the weekend. So I did not feel well at all last week, especially the first 4 or 5 days. I tried my best to continue to get out and walk some because when I did do that, I felt better. When I let into how I felt worse. And so I really believe that because I pushed myself a little bit, I did better for the week. So then when I got on the scale on May the 2nd, I weighed in on 123.6. Yay! That means I had 2 perfect weeks. I rarely do that. I rarely am able to weigh in on 1 week and then actually go 2 weeks and weigh the exact same amount. So I'm very happy with my weigh-in experience for these last 3 weeks. I'm hoping that I can continue to stay in between my happy weight. But now let's talk about how I think I'm going to be able to accomplish that. And it's through focus. I know I probably mention that a lot, but I always believe that our focus is what controls how we do. Our mindset. I say it over and over again, not just to you out there, but to myself, that I have to keep my mindset on either losing weight or maintaining. Because if I don't, if I just go willy-nilly and do whatever I please, I know that I will gain weight, or there's a very good chance that I will. So even though I didn't feel well last week, I still had the right kind of focus. I still wanted to accomplish what I had set out to do several weeks ago when I found out I was going to Utah. And I did. Now, will I this week? I don't know. It's Monday morning. I weighed this morning the way that I normally do, not real stringent about recording the weight, and I was okay for the weekend. Will I be okay this Thursday? Well, you'll have to tune in later in the week to find out how I did. I hope you will. If you liked this video, remember to stay focused and give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I wish you would consider subscribing. I'm going to try my best to get back into making videos more often, or at least on time, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. I am still really busy here at home, but that's okay. I believe that helps me to stay accountable, because I do have that support group going on Saturday mornings now, and it will go through mostly this month. And so far, I've had a very small group, but they've been very dedicated, and I so appreciate them, and I hope I'm helping them. I hope I help you. If you think any of these videos would help others, please share. Oh, and don't forget to comment below. Let me know how you've been doing these last 3 or 4 weeks. As always, I'm always interested in knowing how my viewers are doing, as much as telling you about how I'm doing. God bless every one of you. Until next time, goodbye.